Uh, yeah. Mhm. 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 Uh-huh. Okay. I'll try to explain that. So, if a mother or a human being, you said that if a human being is not capable to reason to an extent that or by themselves they won't. Huh? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Is that my issue? Your audio is breaking up.
I can hear you. Yeah, yeah, I can.
So it's my issue. You were breaking up. Your voice was breaking up.
Maybe.
Wait, let me just connect to my. Hello, hello. Can you say that again? What you said, right? Yeah. Yeah. If the farm is a very small space and they farm, vertical farming, and the baby occupies that space, wherein, if either you have the baby or you can have the vertical farm. The farm case, right? It is, I'm not switching this farm, right? Right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is the mother. Yeah. So the mother. The mother, yes, the mother is living in the farm. Mother and the baby are living in the farm. All right. The farm is a very small space which wherein you grow vertical farm. All right, wherein say 5 square meter or so. So there, if you said that okay, if a rodent is there, it is okay to evict that space and grow vertical farm over there. So the mother has a baby right now, and so if the baby occupies that space, the mother can't grow keep a farm there. So would it be okay to throw over the baby just like we throw? Yes. Yes, if you say in this case, you say that you can throw away the rodent, but not the baby, given the same scenario, then that is a contradiction, right? One case you say that you are okay with throwing away the rodent. In this case, you are saying that, and you already said that you would evict a human being as well, and a baby is a human being. So you would, yeah, you said you are okay with evicting a human being if they are not capable of reasoning to go away from their land. But when I presented it, the case with the baby is not, baby is a human being. Baby can't reason. And earlier you said, so what exception does a baby have uh, than another human being? Um, I don't understand that because I don't. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, so mhm. That's what you said, right? If a human being lacks the moral, I mean, mhm. What exactly do you mean by existential claim? Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. So can I get an example of who is permissible, according to you, to be evicted in this scenario, if not a baby? Okay. Um, Let me put it in my words and see, you please see if I understood. Okay. So you said if a human being does not possess the ability to form social contract, you would be okay with evicting them. Hmm? But you would make an exception in the case of a baby. Is that? Uh-huh. Hmm. Okay. Mm, okay. No, because human beings by itself, you mean the entire set of human beings when you say it, right? Uh, okay. So I think if you can elaborate, maybe I'll understand which category will belong into the which which category you mean and which. Mhm. No, no. Leave over the rodent. I'll take the case with a baby and an adult human being. Then, so in that case, um, baby would because I believe that animals have a moral right to property, just like a human being does, and what you said, they lack proper the skills or to make a social contract, but I object to that because animals do make social contract, and um, same thing. um, that is the case I brought up with a baby, whether or not it is a mother or not, leave it be. Okay, imagine they're both unrelated. The thing that you applied, okay, if it is unrelated, if the baby is unrelated to the person, the baby can't, the case still applies right now, right? The earlier precondition. But that, I mean, the baby is already there. Just like a rodent is already there, the baby is already there. And the mother is, I mean, the person is not related to the baby. So the person holds no responsibility towards the baby, the responsibility that you set up. So in that case, would be moral to, um, for sure. All right. Uh, and evict the baby from there. So so there is no moral obligation to be shown towards that baby, right? All right. I got that. Okay. Um, can I set up another scenario? Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Um, so in another case, if I own 100 square meter land, all right, and there is another animal, say for an example, an elephant, and I need this 100 square meter of land for meeting my nutritional needs or to survival needs. That is base bare minimum. I need that much, and the elephant also needs that much. So in this case, would be morally okay to evict the elephant from that space when the elephant doesn't have anywhere else to go as well. I think the island scenario. Hmm. And there is a. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Hmm. Yeah, the reason is because if you take a country and if we have take the case of India and we have such population. The reason I'm asking, I'm trying to uh, extrapolate this into real world scenario. So yeah, yeah, we both need that much land to meet our basic, I mean, minimum requirement of food. That's it. Yeah, yeah. So in the next scenario, like there are only herbivorous animals in India. Take the case. Okay, all there are no other carnivorous animals that cause more suffering. Just herbivorous animals and human beings. In India, that right now the scenario is like there are only herbivorous animals and human beings. Yeah, and again, hypothetical. Yeah, in the whole of India. I'm just bringing up the population. I'm just raising the population. Yeah. So in this scenario, um, human beings, even if the entire human beings in India, it wouldn't be. It's just sufficient. All right. Again, it's the same case, and we also have a lot of animals. What would be the take in that scenario? Yes, yes. Okay, so what if there is no land for the animals to drive away from? I mean, drive away to, but they still need food, right? So we don't have that food for them. So we're okay with letting them starve to death. I mean, incorporating into the society means the animals will have some moral right to property, right? Because they exist in a piece of land, right? Uh, yeah. Again, I'll have to backtrack on this because the issue I had with legally assigning a piece of land, I do not think that translates morally because because we can make social contracts by within ourselves that this piece of land is ours. That's a legal contract, right? It may not be a moral one. It may not still may not be a moral one, right? Um, yeah. So that therein I have if human beings have a right to property, an animal who has the same set of trait should also be having uh, the right to property as well. If they have a social contract between, you're focusing on again. Oh, mm, you're focusing on the level, right? If animals are not, if animals are not able to form a social contract to the level such that to a particular level, if the level you set was uh, Mhm. Okay. Can't we not get it from the behavioral things that animals do, that they are not okay with going out of that place? Is it not proper reasoning? No, it doesn't. That's it needn't. It needn't. The animal needn't be concerned with that, right? Um, because you don't understand each other's language or behavior. Okay. Um, I'm not well versed in propositional logic, to be honest. Um, all right, I'll rephrase this then. Mm, from behavioral perspective, you can understand what the animal is saying or not saying, right? If whatever you say, like okay, just because okay, an animal. Hmm, hmm. Yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, but I think that's about it. Um, so um, it's just that it is hard. Yeah, again, there's another case then. What about the egg that I asked you, right? So I have there are a couple of chickens that are living in a particular set of land. So I asked the chickens to leave. They don't leave. So as per what you said, I'm okay in taking them off. So I take the chickens off. Right now, I'm left with the eggs. So is it okay for me to consume those eggs? Who have laid eggs? Yeah. They are. They may not be. Okay. Let's take both cases then. Is there a difference? Mhm. Yeah. Again, yeah. Just a sec. I am not in no moral obligation to. Take the eggs as well with the chicken, right? I don't have any moral obligation to do that, right? Because the chicken. I mean, take the egg along with the chicken and to give it to the chicken, right? If the chicken if the chicken wanted to take the egg along, the chicken could have. But I don't have any moral obligation to give to the chicken while I'm displacing them. I don't have a moral obligation to displace them both, right? Okay. Yeah. So the chicken, I displace the chicken, and right now the eggs are in my property. So now, okay, one case it is unfertilized, one case is fertilized. What difference is there according to you? Okay. So in the case of free range farming, I think this is what happens, right? Why? There is the chickens are allowed to move freely in a particular set of land, and they lay egg just like this. When they lay egg, they are taken off, and their egg is taken. Just like I displace the chicken right now and taken the egg, right? Yeah, it may not be the case that I displace them on to a land that I do not possess, right? I can choose to, I can choose to displace them to another location. Yeah, yeah, and then take the egg, right? Yeah, just to ask, um, on the first day of laying egg, even if it is fertilized, can we assign sentience to it? Yeah. Yeah, the reason for me asking is, you said breeding happens, okay, in a free range farm, provided the case that breeding doesn't happen. It's not a farm actually. Leave out the farm part. There are a group of chickens in a particular area, and they lay eggs, and I take them off. No breeding, nothing done. I take their eggs. Is there any moral rights issue over there? But it's my piece of land, right? So I know I'd not be concerned about their emotional state. No, I'm not the caretaker. Chicken are coming to a piece of land that I own. They are there living freely in my place. They are laying eggs. I just displace them, take the egg. I'm not doing anything to the life cycle of the chicken. Why should I prevent it if there are not if there are no moral violations? I mean, why should I prevent that if there are? I don't have any. If I don't have any issues with that, It's okay, right? If I am okay with chickens entering my land and laying eggs and doing this, and I don't have any problem with chickens entering my land. In that case, it's okay to take the chicken's eggs, right then. But I'm not okay with that. That's is there any like this is an argument? No, this is the case should be that we shouldn't be taking even that chicken's egg, right? No, no, this is a loophole carnist might come up with. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But in the argument space, the kind of arguments these carnist brings up. So I'm just trying to uh, um mhm. Yeah, but the thing I was thinking was if animals have the right to property, I mean, inherent right to property, moral right to property. So if we grant that to animals, non-human animals, then even in this scenario, we are not allowed to take the egg, whatever the case may be, because the animal has laid claim to a particular piece of land. If the animal has laid eggs, then it is a moral obligation for us not to evict the animal from that space. Yeah, yes. Belongs to the sense as long as this particular, I mean, the chicken lays claims to it. We can understand. We can understand. I mean, we can understand that the chicken is laying its egg and it's taking care of it. We have the sense to understand that. So that by itself gives us the moral obligation not to evict that particular animal from that area. It is an inherent moral right of any sentient being. Like right to life is an inherently moral right, given like you're not attacking in the case.
What?
um, if a sentient being for a sentient being has the right to life, right to live, even they are not attacking anybody else or something like that. Other than that, they have a right to live freely without their negative rights being violated. I don't understand that. That is inherently. What more can I explain on that? It is inherent, right? Right? You can't kill a sentient being without any reasonable cause. It's morally wrong. Yes. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, you're going along that line. Okay. Okay. Um, mhm. um, it is impermissible to you know take the life of an animal. Is that? I'm really sorry. All right, I don't understand that. Impermissible, the usual meaning. You're not allowed to do that. Which it is immoral to do that. Oh yes. Okay. In the same sense, yes. I have a negative. Yeah. That's what it is inherently uh, within, right? In, um. Okay. Okay. I believe. Okay. Okay. You're saying that there might be people who do not believe that it is in such a manner. So it is not inherent. No, no. I'm just not. I'm not saying you are making a claim. I'm trying to understand that you are saying there might be some other people who. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I am saying that. Okay, I am saying that. This is what I understood from what you're saying. Uh, okay, you asked me what meta-ethical view I hold, right? Yeah, yeah. I understand. Let me give you an example. Okay. I'm not really well versed in ethics as well. So again, we are not going to go anywhere there. So the basic terms. So if what I mean is, if a sentient being, if we consider sentient being, a sentient being has uh, rights that do not that non-sentient beings do not have. Does that make sense? Moral rights. Uh-huh. No, they have uh, rights that should not be violated. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes, exactly. That is the same meaning I hold. So, animal being not killed. Ah, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Makes sense. So, in that same sense, um, an animal, a sentient being, has a right to property. I am of the view that uh, if a sentient being is there, then that sentient being deserves to have space to I have a preference that that animal is not restricted to or confined or restricted of its freedoms to move, or that animals should have a right, moral right to a piece of land wherein it's that is not violated by anybody else. Um, Morally, yes.
Uh,
That that again is going into the legal part, right? That's why I said legality does not translate to.
पुटा,
Um,
अरे एक छोटा सा काम है और एक बंदे को वेरीफाई कर दे प्लीज.
yeah, all right. So at this point of time, I don't think we can again that translate. Practicality issues happen. So right now, what I'm focusing on is okay. If you wanted to translate it legally, yes, that's fine. It can translate legally as well. I don't have an issue with that. Uh-huh. Okay. Right now, I've what I told you, right? It is uh, an animal is there on a piece of land, um, and we are going there to farm, and we see that animal there. Then it is then we have a moral obligation to not evict that animal and farm, uh, sparing that animal's piece of land, and then sparing, I mean, farming elsewhere. It's a moral obligation. Is a nematode sentient? Is a nematode sentient? Yeah, get it. Okay, there is a basic sentient being. Okay, yeah, get it. So, where the animal is staying, that particular piece of land, yes, I think it is immoral. We can farm around it. That's no issue. Around it in a sense, there is a basic area we can work out. That no, it would amount up to the animal's traveling space, traveling area, right? Yeah, usual traveling area. No, we can assign a territory, right? We know like a territory, the first boundary where an animal holds, and the second boundary, and the basic area required for an animal for the animal to survive. It depends on animal to animal, right? Even if it is a small animal, uh, how much area it needs to survive, that much the animal has a moral right to be not evicted. Hmm. 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 It's not like that, right? What I'm saying is the burrow shouldn't be. You know, what I'm saying is, see, okay, the rat is going 2 kilometers to fetch its food, but I'm not taking its right away to get that food by growing a tree or a plant. No, that's not what I meant uh, by giving. Yeah, the burrow. Yeah, the burrow, the basic thing. The rat owns the burrow, right? Yeah, I'm not restricting the rat's movement of to go there and fetch its food, right? If it wants to go there, let it go there. What I'm saying is, uh, the rat shouldn't be evicted from the burrow. That much piece of land is absolutely necessary for the rat. The rat has already claimed the rat. Okay, I'll. The rat has claimed that particular piece of land, right? So the area where the food is, that is a arbitrary place, right? One time the food might be in one place, so we can't say that the everywhere. while they burrow at a particular pace, that's their choice, right? So that same applicable with human beings, right? We also move around. Okay, um, okay. I'll take the negative view of that. If there is no space, that is minimal space that is required for survival, so that would entitle us. If there is no minimum space that is wanted by an animal or a sentient being, that would mean that we can displace all the animals to um, we can just yeah, we can just take up the whole area and just kill off all the animals, right? Or just throw away all the animals, right? There is no moral bearing on giving the animal any space at all. um, what is stopping me from laying claim to the entire piece of land that is on earth and throwing the animals away if animals do not have any moral right to property? Uh, me as an individual, yes, but us as a human species, if everybody takes this view, that is fine. I'm looking for moral issues. Would be, but won't it cause more suffering? I'm sorry. Mhm. 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 Okay. What about the environment thing then? If we are to cut down forest and turn it to what is that view like? We cut down forest, right, and turn it into agricultural area, or leave it barren. All right. Utility, fine. Okay, we're using Okay. Then what about the environmental issues like carbon storage and the amount of carbon that is released into the atmosphere because of these actions? The suffering, yeah, the suffering induced because because when you cut down land, I mean trees, again it is decomposing. Again, methane will be emitted into the atmosphere. That methane will heat up the atmosphere, inducing yeah, that induces more suffering, right? It is a perpetual, like it will lead to entire, I mean, maybe potentially entire life on Earth becoming extinct. Uh, yeah, okay, I take that back. I take that back. I take that back. I mean, yeah, potentially apocalyptic scenario will happen because of that. The world which you imagine. So, are you of the view that? Mhm. Yeah, I get it. I think I'm going to steel man what you're saying. Okay, so there are we kill off all the carnivores, so there are only herbivores. Uh, we are displacing nature, right? Okay. So by displacing nature, uh, what do you mean exactly? Like cutting off every? What exactly do you envision? Like, yeah. So the world will result in zero non-human animals at the end. Yeah, fine. Okay. But even in such scenarios, carnivore doesn't happen, right? Yeah, predation doesn't happen. Right. So okay. So forest will can still remain. It's only the case that carnivores. I mean, carnivory doesn't exist. The predation doesn't exist. Mhm. Mhm. But they are not existing anymore, right? Once we displaced everything, they have somehow died, right? That's the scenario we are imagining, right?
Because when you have this, fine, your mic is echoing.
Mine? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, no, not your. um, I'm muting.
It's a gradual process that you envisioned, right? And sorry, yeah, continue. Yeah, uh, can you just give me a sec? I'm getting a call. Just a minute. Sorry. Hello. Yeah, Puta. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so gradually, what you're saying is gradually we'll expand more, and yeah, so gradually the forest area reduces, right? And then the whole of Earth, we gradually take like convert it into spaces wherein birds or any other predatory animals do not exist. To that point, we'll expand, right? Okay, fine. Mhm.
Mhm. Hello. Yeah, yeah, yeah. हम्म, आ, पता नहीं उसका पावर कट हो गया लगता है.
Buddha, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry. Mhm. Yeah, you could even say a controlled forest, like if there are in such a case would be permissible by that, right? We can control, we can monitor. Yeah. Uh, okay, okay, okay. I mm, um right now, like um I think that if we go along the lines what you said, if we are able to give a time frame on this, are you able to give a time frame on this? Because if you're No, no, I'm not saying that in that sense. All right, I'm asking, if what is the rate at which we should go with this? Like, are you saying this if it happens with a snap of a finger, it is completely fine, or should it go gradually? Yeah, ju- just to clarify, the process that you're saying is we need to cut down the existing forest, right? And then replant it according to whatever we need, right? If give the case be that, like what the scenario that if the case be like what you said, to maintain a minimum amount of forest so that Yep. The thing is, what I think is, if that happens, so trees hold a huge part of the carbon that is stored. So if we cut them, then the methane that can be released from submerging in marshlands or some places, so that can if trees undergo decomposition anaerobically, you know, right? They produce more. They produce methane. Um, True, but that will not bring down the current existing uh, carbon that is already in the atmosphere, right? Mm, yes. Okay. You're saying that we have perfect control over that in that case. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 And the you would take the herbivorous animal to be collateral damage, or but still they would need food, right? A forest is a source of food for them. Okay, you are saying, oh, okay. You're saying that we need to feed the animals, or mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, true, true, true. Even I have so many concerns. Mm-hmm. My concerns are more like how climate will induce suffering. Like it's not just the methane part. You know, forest also plays. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, but is it? Can we be sure that the planet will be livable for human beings and animals in the very recent uh, future? If I mean, the world that you are saying happens, like maybe like what you said, we might, some animals might re-evolve, but can it, won't, are we sure that we won't go over the tipping point if we do actually do this and no evolution? Why not? Yeah, there are multiple tipping points. The Gulf Stream, the sea ocean temperature, the Antarctic level of Antarctic sea ice. Um, um, there is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that this trajectory will create more carbon emissions than what I mean what we are going along right now. Mhm. Wouldn't humans going extinct be the better than humans suffering?
No.
Why? Okay, so I think okay, okay. I think then this plan that you said, I think there is one more thing that is missing from this. That is to ensure that the outcome of this doesn't cross that tipping point, wherein and you need to ensure that I mean, uh, oh yes, last week there was a paper that came. Have you seen? I think yeah, I had posted it in Scientifics. Lots of papers are coming in along climate change. I mean, there are lots that um, temperature. That is what that is very far off actually. The predictions that are maybe being made. Actually, it is actually that is because multiple things. Uh, they explicitly no, but we can understand from what the that aren't being said outrightly in words. Yes, but if you look at the data, what is the global temperature? If you look at the wet bulb temperature, what is going to be for the minimum? I mean, if it goes beyond 45-degree wet bulb temperature, then there is we can't survive. Human beings can't survive naturally. So either we need to have yes, yeah. So such scenarios economically will not be happening because there will be mass riots. You need to connect both issues, right? So if there are lots of people, if there are some people who do that, uh, there we need to look into history of how people behave.
Uh,
No, it's not what I'm saying. Okay. Uh, it's just that I think, okay, because of, if there are a few people living in such scenarios and there are other people who are suffering, no, there will be obviously people will be, attacking or trying to get to that safe zone. So no amount of force can restrict them. They will be having weapons as well. So even if it is a bunker or whichever space, if it is identified, people will try to enter there, and there again it will become unsustainable.
yeah.
Uh, um, okay. Uh, but I have I have more probable evidence because more chance
Uh,
because I have some evidence that says how human will behave, whereas you do not have any evidence to say that humans will behave.
uh,
I'm not saying that I don't have. I have some evidence saying in this direction than you don't have any evidence in that direction, right? In the case of riots, how economic instability will cause human riots, and where is I can give you evidences of riots happening in such scenarios wherein people are restricted with. uh That is speculation, right? In that sense. I'm predicting what I'm, I'm predicting what scientists have already written on papers. It's
huh.
their speculations. It's the most probable outcome, right? If in in the normal scenario, if it goes along this path, and again they've already saying that we are going in the negative trajectory rather than going in making progress. So Uh-huh.
Great reduction population. Yeah.
Actually, I can give you one extinction level event of the dinosaurs. The level of the methane and what happened. That would be an evidence for that, right? So okay, okay. I'm not convinced. Yeah, of that argument. Yeah, Aputa, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, I heard you. I heard what you said. Yeah, I'll grant you that. Um, okay, I'll grant you that as well. There is no evidence to absolute extinction. Yes, because that hasn't happened for human beings. If you're taking it in the specific case of human beings, yes. But I suspect that is the most probable case.
Mm.
Mm, okay, okay. Let's see. Okay then. Um, the reason for me saying that is because what is predicted is this 1 lakh, whatever, 1 lakh population won't be at the same place. They'll be distributed at various places. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even if, yeah, yeah. So there requires a need for energy. Energy should be present for which we will not get if we have technology. We no, because if the yeah, I'll say why I'm not. Because to make hmm? Oh, okay, fine. Okay, fine. I think, yeah, I think I'll grant you this one again because, yeah, speculation with uh, a bit of evidence that just like more evidence points towards atheism than theism. In that sense, more evidence points towards extinction event than a scenario where it is not. I would go with that. Okay, we're just saying about evidences without actually providing any, right? So again, like I said, it's hmm? To start off with riots. You say riots won't happen. Speculation based on uh, true. Hmm. 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 Yeah, there are multiple things that is contributing to that. It's not one single parameter. One of the parameters that I said, uh, if human being, yes. So right. So the combination of all those parameters, when you read it together, I'll tell you one by one. I'll highlight try to. So if human beings are strived of or taken are lacking resources, they will normally go rioting. That is normal human behavior that has already been seen throughout the years. Even in yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Right now it is yes. But when I add more and more parameters into it, this is one thing. Okay, the cause. I mean, the effects of riots. It will affect infrastructure damage, which will again results us incapable of unlivable living conditions outside in the normal condition, right? The temperature would be unlivable. The bettable temperature will go beyond 45 degrees Celsius. All, all, because methane. Yeah, safe. What is safe? For living in safe places, we need energy, right? Because we can't go out without having uh, no, this is the effect of riots that will happen. If infrastructure is damaged, then we don't have any sources of energy, right? To sustain such a huge such amount of energy that is required for by the people who are living in uh, all right, then I'll leave you to it. That's all I can say. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, the speculations are. Yeah, what you're saying is speculate. Okay, I'll wait. Yeah, more than 80%, I would say yes. I haven't made the, I haven't presented the evidence yet. Then how can you say that? Speculating based on previous occurrences of events. Can you say that? Uh, I'm I'm not sure wherein how we can assign like 50 or 80 without me without listening. I'm not sure. Maybe that because of subjective views, because I what evidence I have gone through, it is highly suggestive of massive these sorts of event happening, and you know that's all I can say. It is like
I mean, the
uh,
studies have listed out mass population reduction. I like total human
population.
extinction, total human extinction and mass population reduction are two different things. Yeah,
Um, yes, 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 we are. I think maybe you should. That's my opinion. You should take a look at the holistic picture more than rather than
what?
taking. I'm sorry. That is that is an unwarranted. That is an unwarranted comparison. Um, I could say the same in reverse because I don't understand how a population can sustain without energy in the scenario that you are envisioning. Because there are lots of papers that
He doesn't lend credence to that. He doesn't have credence to that possibility. It's just a possibility that counters your view, and he's asking why your view is more likely than the one he presented.
okay, you said there'll be people who are wealthy enough to afford what? Afford what? Energy, energy, right? Mhm. Okay. Could you tell me what evidence that you are referring to points out to this? Have you considered? Mhm, mhm, mhm. Have you considered the financial system, the societal systems? Yeah. Okay. So financial systems, recessions. There are 1 lakh people living in a variety of displaced in throughout the earth, having colonies. You don't know that. Okay. So no,
I mean,
that
I
is
can
not
speculate
because
that I can speculate that before we reach to the
because
dire condition, we can
uh-huh,
organize a bunch of people together in one safe house. Uh,
uh-huh,
like okay, then
uh-huh. So okay, then how will they get their energy from? Where will they get the energy from?
yeah,
Okay, then what about the previous riots that happened, which rendered the infrastructure unusable? Or who will operate? Do you think the Do you think the rest of the society will permit this?
where's the rest of the society? Also
for
the
for this to happen?
infrastructure
Okay,
needed to
you are saying,
maintain 8 billion people is not equal to the infrastructure needed to maintain even 500 million people.
yeah, you need to
Not
have
even
time, right?
close.
To you need to have time to plan all this. So once is at what point of time will you plan all this?
I
Uh,
mean, uh,
I don't. Yeah, Aputa, if you have already decided on the outcome, then there is no point in us talking.
what? He's not the one who decided the outcome. The one
Okay,
with the
then.
positive claim is you.
Okay, fine. Yeah, it's done then. I need to go then. Because I don't like the tone of this conversation.
नियत
Hello?
है क्या?
Yeah.
अच्छा नहीं.
I don't like the tone of this conversation. That's right. Yeah, all these are speculations. Again, it is my reading of the current situation. All right. You might have a different reading on that. I'm perfectly okay with that. I am trying to say that. I am trying to say whatever evidence that I have come across and the instance I have made. See, the predictions are all, then always speculations, right? Then in that scenario, how can you say? Okay, so can you, so so you're saying that there can be no. Let me just say, okay. Can I? Is it safe to say that there can be no prediction that no prediction can be made from a social observation in social sciences, in social based on social sciences of human behavior, whatever that is that we expect how a human being will behave. Is that a prediction or a speculation, according to you? Which would be if people are taken, if people are rid of resources, there will be riots. Is that a speculation or is that a speculation? Okay, riots is a speculation. You're saying that riots is a speculation. When people don't have enough access to,
Mm, he just said no.
riots are not a speculation. It is a prediction. That is, I already told you that is only one parameter that I added. That is not the single parameter. Yeah, it's not because of the riots. It's not just because of the riot that. Huh? Okay, you're saying that riots is a speculation, right? Hi, you just said that if I add more speculation to that. Okay, the next, not just riots. Wow. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, fine then. Leave it be then. That's all I can say. I would disagree. I think we would agree to disagree on this because it is not speculation according to me. Uh-huh. Okay, it depends on your reading of things. That's it. And again, like you said, it's my subjective.
गया.
No. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Puda, it has been nice talking to you. All right. Uh, also, I'll hit you up if at all anything else comes into my mind. I hope you'll be okay with that. Yeah. Bye. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Bye.